not there just to, meet the first American guy and then just go off with them. They're there to find the connection. It's not just, walk off the bus and pick a girl and say, you going with me. There's still some courtship that needs to go on there, and there's the connection that both of you need to find.
Okay, hi guys. On today's blog, I would like to discuss a topic that actually came up in a conversation I had today, and that has to do a little bit with the motivation of the women who use the site. We've been doing this for years and years, and all too often, it seems to be just a given that the motivation of many of these women is that they want to leave their country. And so that's why they're looking for someone abroad. And quite frankly, that's not the motivation of, I think, the majority of women that are on the site. I think that they'd be more than happy to stay in the country where they were brought up, where their family is, where their friends are, if they could find that right person who could also, stay there with them. Unfortunately, all too often, the men that go over are not able to just, work and live there, and so quite often the woman will end up relocating, and that's okay. And the women understand that, and for the vast majority of them, they're fine with that. But that's not the prime reason why these women sign up for this service and try to meet someone. I really believe that these women are trying to find that one person who's going to be best for them, no matter where that person lives. And I don't think they're really worried too much about where they're going to be living. They're trying to find that right person, and it doesn't really matter where they live. But given the choice, if everything else was equal, if they could find that right person and stay in their country where they grew up and stay with their family and stay with their friends, I think that the majority of women would love to do that. The gentleman I was talking to today was a little concerned about that, thinking that, if I put on my profile that I'd be interested in possibly living in their country, and because he could work anywhere, he does mainly internet work, he thought that might be a negative. I don't think that's a negative at all. I think that's actually a positive. If you can do that, I think it's great. It gives you much more flexibility. So you got to be careful when you make assumptions about other people's motivations. I think it's important to ask the person, would you rather stay in your country or move? I think, again, the majority of the women are more than happy to relocate if they find that right person. But it comes down to that right person. Then it doesn't matter where you live. All right, so just keep that in mind when you're going through the profiles and looking at the different women. And if you do have the ability to live anywhere that you would like, then I would definitely make that known to the women that you're corresponding with.
Hi, my name is George. I'm here on the Foreign Affair Tour, and right now we're visiting Santa Marta on the beach here in a fabulous hotel. As you can see in the back, there's a fabulous swimming pool. I don't know if you can see all the girls we have. We kind of keep them hidden back there, so not everybody can get to them. Because it's different attitude than what we Americans are used to, I dare say. And we're all here to find the real love, and it's just a great tour, very well arranged, food, drink, Latina ride.
Interested? Learn more at... If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Then click on the notice bell to get notified every time we add something new. Check out our website at